Another way you can use multiplication to actually solve a division problem is by using an area model. Works the same way, but it's set up differently. Okay, so you start off with knowing that you are dividing by 3, and you have to get to 450. Okay, and again, we're going to make jumps to get to what our last number is by adding up the area inside our boxes. I'm going to show you 2 different ways for different levels on their comfortability of multiplication. Okay, so this one started off with 3, and this person knew that 3 times 100 was 300. Okay, now if you see, and you should notice again, I'm at 300 and you need 150 more. So you should be thinking in your head, okay, 3 times what will give me 150, or as close to 150 as I can get. Okay, so I know that 3 times 5 is 15, but it needs to be 150, so I have to place that 0. So that would be 3 times 50 is 150. Again, if you look, 3 times 5 is 15. And you place that 0 to get 150. And again, 150 plus 300 is that 450. So to figure out what 450 divided by 3 would be, I would add my numbers on the top. So 100 plus 50 is 150. So 450 divided by 3 is 150. Let me show you again in case you're not comfortable with all those jumps. Okay, you can start off with 3 and do whatever you're comfortable with. Okay, maybe you did see that you could still jump by 100. Ooh, that box is not looking good, but you get the idea. Maybe you can still jump to 100. Okay, and that's 300. And I like to change colors. But let's say you don't know that 3 times 50 is 150. You don't know that. Okay, you know I need to get 100 more, or 150 more, but make it smaller for yourself. Maybe you know that 3 times 30 is 90. Okay, because you know 3 times 3 is 9. Place that 0 is 90 and 30. So now I have 390 here. I have to get 450. I need 60 more. Okay, well, I'm going to change my color. I know that 3 times 2 is 6. That's a 6. 3 times 2 is 6. To make that 60, I place the 0. Place the 0. Okay. To say 3 times 20 is 60. So again, I add up the numbers that I have. I have 300 plus 90 is 390 plus 60. Now, if you don't know that in your head, easy. 390, excuse me, 390 plus 60. Just add them up. I know 0 plus 0 is 0. I know 9 plus 6 is 15. Carry the 1. And I know 3 plus 1 is 4. Okay, I've got my 450 that I need to get. Well, to figure out what 450 divided by 3 is, I would add my top 3 numbers. I know that 30 plus 20 is 50 plus 100 equals, again, that 100 50. So you can use a ratio table, like our former slide, or an area model to solve a division problem. As always, unless asked specifically, I don't care which one you use, whichever one you like the best. You'll have an opportunity to try them, whichever one you choose, later today. Hope this helps.